Hello, hello. Welcome to Anno 117 Pax Romana. I've actually been tinkering a lot with this game. I'm gonna bring to you the furthest you've ever seen an Anno before. This sandbox playthrough is going to be all the way up till Tier 4, the Patrician stage. So we'll go through all of Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. I'm going to be playing on Endless mode, and of course, I will be playing on the Hard mode. The Veteran mode. And let me tell you, having done a few practice runs against these guys, they're no joke. Also, the difficulty of Veteran, where incidents are higher, costs are higher. It's pretty challenging. I actually found it challenging enough that starting on Albion, which is the slightly more rugged spot, is actually kind of vicious. It can be done, but we'll start on nice, friendly Latium. A classic Anno adventure. So I found a lot of transferable skills, I guess, from Anno 1800. I always thought Anno 1800 was kind of the best in class of all the city builder slash tycoon slash expansion games. Anno 117, I think, takes it one step further. Basically, base Anno 1800, but better. That's really high praise, considering I think Anno 1800 is one of the best games out there. And that's what drove me to basically keep practicing the early part, just because I'm kind of a logistics and strategy nerd. I'm a big board gamer, and did you know Anno is actually a board game? It's a pretty good one. But anyways, we got this part. It feels kind of like a board game where you start off with not that much stuff. You get the 20 timber, the 15 weapons, and your flagship to begin with, and out of that you build an empire. I'll be up against 3 difficult enemies. Zara, Nitu. We extend polite greetings with all of them, so they don't decide to declare war on me and smash me under our heels. We haven't seen the scary one. Those two are hard, but they're not as hard as... I can't quite remember what the last one is, but it is the foreign expansionist powerhouse.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
This is because the enemies are difficult and they expand out pretty fast. Every second does count, so I basically traveled northwest in order to follow the wind to have my boat go a little bit faster. And I'm just gonna settle on this first island. It's got mackerel, flax, sturgeon, and gold ore. Playing on the harder difficulties gives your islands fewer fertilities, which makes it more challenging. What do we got here? I think compared with a lot of islands, this one doesn't have as much space as I'd like, but good enough. So you do begin with workforce already, but, and also, kind of importantly, building the initial housing doesn't give you more workforce. But it does unlock the ability to produce goods, which do actually give more workforce. So I found that the opening, it's important to like immediately provide goods for these guys. And you don't have that much workforce, so it's a basic setup of woodcutter, sawmill, and fishing hut. That's about all you can do without falling into shortages. And though I have practiced a few openings, it's hard to have played the game enough to like know every opening by heart. So I'm going to be trying out a few experimental things in this game as well. One of the interesting ideas, and something that could be really strong, is if I find another starting island and it hasn't been settled yet, I could consider just settling it. And then basically start with 2 starting islands. I think that actually might be game-breaking enough, on a side note, that I shouldn't do it. But that is initial musing that I could. Like, if this island were unsettled, which I think it is, I could just settle it. This is settled, though. But if I were to find one, I might, I will probably settle something very, very fast.
What do we do, Gov?
A request. A libertus passes you with a heavy load of timber. You can either seize his goods for getting 20 wood for free. You can buy the goods for 400, or you can just get 10. I'm going to get the goods for free. Due to how I like playing the games, every denarii must be saved. Alright, so the way the population works here is this fishery provides the sardines. The sardines are the ones that actually grant these places housing, since each sardine supplied grants 1 population to each house. And before the sardines are actually supplied, each housing actually provides nothing. So in that same vein, I'm also going to start maximizing space usage. And also start getting porridge, which also provides population. Making sure to position this so that the supply chain goes all the way to the warehouse, which is the dock initially. And then I'm going to want a lot of wood, since basically my goal is to expand out as fast as possible before Neferneru here out-expands me, because those AI will take over the islands very, very fast. And then you'll be left without space. How cruel. I'm trying to see if I can fit a extra woodcutter in here.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
For these woodcutters, they're hurt if I pave over trees. So when I try to find a road that doesn't chop the trees that these woodcutters are chopping. Okay, all of our enemies have been met. This one's the tough enemy. These two will be, also tough, but not as tough as this one.
Who said Roman negotiators were unreasonable?
My usual quick setup is just to do housing and 2x5s. Feels like that gives enough road access. There's probably better setups, but this is a nice quick one. I'm actually running at 1x speed due to respect of the game. Because the enemies, move based off of how much time elapses. Alright, these are pretty big unlocks since they immediately grant you population and happiness. You don't necessarily need a warehouse to be in range of these woodcutters, since the woodcutters are in range to deliver to the sawmill, and then the sawmill has to be in range of a warehouse. I'm like building these farms at the edges of the map so you can maximize the usage of the island. Which, this is a pretty big island, and I probably won't cover all of it. But it is probably good form to do so. I am going to want to prioritize a warehouse here so I get the wood flowing. This is a nice opening forest area. Lots of wood. You'll see me, kind of similar to what you could do in Anno 1800, stagger these production buildings. So at first I build the raw resource thing, and then I build the production thing, since the first part, the woodcutters chopping the wood, take a little bit of time to gather their first wood. So you don't have to build the sawmill right away, since the wood won't be there. I'm just trying to eke out all these efficiencies that are good to have on harder modes. And I think I will be trying to settle an island pretty quickly here. Olive is one of the ones that I am looking for. So I might consider just settling right here, right now, which is going to be one of the faster island settle times possible. And I haven't actually done it yet, so we will get to see together how good that is. It does, it will break me in terms of denarii, but I have found that the Emperor is generous in his generosity. And basically I can expect a bailout if I run out of money. So as you can see, we definitely don't have 10,000 denarii, and that will impose a land tax of 50. But, I am looking for
We stand waiting.
olives someday, so get this set up now.
The difficult second step has been achieved with
If you weren't intended to go negative,
confidence.
the game surely wouldn't have allowed you to do this, right? Now you'll notice that I actually sold this new island with no wood and with basically no people, so because each island starts off with a small amount of workforce, you can do this. So this will allow me to slowly ramp up production. And all I'm going to do to set this up is going to be a simple woodcutter sawmill to start off. And that'll generate wood, and I don't have to like do deliveries in between. Now I'm being told that I have empty coffers, I've noticed. But we are off to a fast start, as probably the first ones to settle an island.
Through the waves.
This is also a pretty good island. I'm really going to push things, I think. I might try to settle this island right away. Wow, that is a really nice island. Alright, I want it. I think the fact that this island is so big will make the cost rather large. Okay, that might be a bit too much to go down in debt. This will bring you closer to bankruptcy. Alright, I'm a little too frightened, but know that that's possibly a good move if you get enough practice in the game. Because bankruptcy is not negative. Bankruptcy is... I actually don't entirely know what bankruptcy is. It's when the game is over. But the game is not over if you fall below 0. There's a little bit of wiggle room.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
So to actually get money, we're going to want tunics to get our income up, as well as Peleus's to get our income up. I've been producing the raw goods for these a bit, so I'm now going to build these. One thing I've discovered is very important is to place these near a bunch of residences, because you get the +1 income area effect, which is a bit new. This is part of why it doesn't necessarily matter as much about like planning your city and being built in an exactly good way. There's going to be a lot of small buildings you're going to want to put right in the middle of your city, so I try not to be a perfectionist. Since you're going to want to stick a bunch of these everywhere. Alright, there's empty coffers. Looks like it is giving me a doom countdown. I don't believe that'll end the game, but if it does, that'll make for a very short video. I believe what I will be offered is a bailout from the Emperor, and the bailout, the Emperor will not be happy about that.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
But I think it's worth it to incur a little bit of reputation loss in order to get expanding this fast. 1, 2, 3, 4 for 4.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Notice I'm continuously being limited by wood, so... I mean, denarii as well, yes, but... makes me want to get more wood. And soon the countdown will go down and I'll presumably be offered the bailout from the Emperor. I mostly will be keeping this at 1x speed, but very early part where the resources are still trickling in slow might see me bump it up a little bit. And I'll try not to pause it, just because I like the idea of real timing it. So you can certainly pause.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Sardines, dripping with oil.
So I've provided all the needs of the level 1s. The sardines, the porridge, you only have to provide 1. The market, the tavern, you only have to provide 1. The tunics, the peleus, you only have to provide 1, but if you provide both, it goes up faster.
Oh, Governor. Diana Augusta. Mother reckons
First,
keeping the justice does me good.
minor NPC on the map, Diana.
To get back to
Neutral
work.
NPC. Questy NPC.
Rams for Jupiter. What time is it?
She does sell wood, timber, which I will buy early. And looks like there's quests. Let's see. 1 crate for 1216. That's fine. Okay, nice easy quest for $1,000. All of the rivals will also be offering quests.
So many people
They refresh every so often.
that inner voice.
I like these ideas. You get to choose from your variety. There's easy ones. There's harder ones, which require you to, which give more money. That's not that much more money. The crates are free, and I'm going to be using all of this, so I think I'm going to collect crates for her. It's also worth considering not picking these up, because if they refresh, they might offer better rewards. This one's sardines, that one's pretty easy. This one's destroy a bunch of stuff, which is actually pretty hard, given I don't have any fleet yet. But good reason to build fleet, so you can take on those quests and get some income. Alright, I think we will be in upgrade range. Hit it.
All our hopes rest on this shining pillar of civilization.
Level 2 tier materials. That requires clay pits, charcoal burning, and tiles. Alright. Looks like game will cut you off at 10,000. But I believe at 10,000 that might be where the game offers you the mercy.
I have no choice but to record everything, good or ill.
Oh, there is no mercy bailout.
But to record good or ill.
That was just in the demo. I see. But it's okay. I guess the lesson learned here is you are allowed to spend down to 10,000, and then it stops you from spending. Hey, we learned something together here. Or can I spend? Nope. Alright, so 10,000 is the limit. That's good to know.
Time flies, as do we.
Now these buildings out here are very industrial. People don't like living around them, so you can try not to build that many buildings near that.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Festina Lente.
I did mention I was going to be trying out a bunch of experimental stuff. Haven't gone this big into the negative early in any of my games prior to this. But that's exciting, isn't it? I think we're not in imminent bankruptcy. Avoid game over. It looks like game over only occurs if you're at negative 10,000. So if you're not dipping into negative 10,000, you're not really fully utilizing your potential, are you? Declare the value that will guide your leadership. Pay for plus belief minus knowledge. Will last 4 hours, which is a very long time. Plus knowledge minus belief. Emperor favors this decision. Honest labor. Upkeep cost minus. All buildings on island minus happiness. That seems rough. I think the pursuit of knowledge is fine. Emperor likes it. We trade off belief for knowledge. Seems fine.
Perchance?
Knowledge. Those of you who haven't seen this yet, it's a tech track. I usually like going for the top 3 early. That is upgrading trading post, knowledge area effect for spinners. Fish markets have an income effect, which is actually why I've been building my initial town right along the sea. It provides a bit of an income boost. So yeah, these quests will allow me to... They're an important source of money.
Hold on.
28 tons of sardines, we can do that one. Although, I did just tier up, so after the refresh, Concordia might offer me stuff that is worth more money.
I've no choice but to record everything, good or ill. I've no choice but to record everything, good or ill. Our scouts have sighted new land.
A lot of these buildings do not actually cost money. So, it's the roads that cost money. So I suppose it could be a bit of a strategy in order to build the roads, and then, since it's cutting me off of building the roads, and then You can build the free buildings. Oh, maybe I can... I wonder if that's a thing. Can we ask our emperor for money? No. Can we ask our friends here for money? Take a loan. We can. The loans are at a pretty heavy price, so I'm going to try not to do that, but... it's a thing. And from a business perspective, the return on investment on the loan, you can do it. On our first little thing here, Garum works. Need attributes of money plus. So if I service these tier 2 guys with the Garum works, I'll be getting a lot more money. This island is mainly going to be used for the olive fertility. At least in the very short term. So this is an example where I don't have to fulfill every single requirement. But it is helpful to actually have some spending money so that I don't, so I can build roads. And also, let's see, we want to get this sardine delivery done. Oh. Oh yeah, I will go for the sardines. We can overkill the production on sardines to get that done. Delivering this will allow me to get some spending money. Got our tile production starting. One clay guy is enough to handle 2 of these, so might as well.
Desperate enough.
This Garum Works has a -2 happiness attached to it, so I'm gonna try to put it off somewhere in the middle of nowhere, like here.
Some of the necessary materials haven't reached us.
A famous person will be searching for your ships. No, that can't be right.
Okay, after delivering this, I am going to still be negative funds. So I do have to spend the money before it gets eaten. So on this island, I'm going to want to set up the tunics. Requires a little bit of a road off to the side. Doesn't require, but I think it's good. Maybe on this one I just shouldn't worry too much about space. I don't even know if we can really afford that 200 bucks, but fine. That explains why we stole the wood at the beginning. Oh my god, my money. Quick. Let me build some key roads. Here.
I have no choice but to record everything, good or ill.
What could you possibly require?
Maybe it'll be time to actually ask one of my rivals for a loan. It's there for a reason. Sarah, my friend. Benevolent loan, get 8,000, interest rate 18%, payback 157. Sure.
Employees, good or bad, will no doubt be instructional.
I think that also increases our reputation, so. On top of wanting the loan, might give you me a reputation boost. Perfect opportunity to blow all the money on this new temple. Oh, that's right. The some of the opponents here enjoy me building these things and will offer me gifts. How nice. This will give me a chance to expand my tier 2 resource production.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
Building the Grammaticus will also trigger one of my opponents enjoys seeing knowledge in my city's event.
Proprietor of its many establishments.
Alright, so you can see in this island, I'm going to be servicing with the minimum, so to say. And that will be enough to upgrade these. Because all I'm really looking for is to farm a good that'll happen that the tier 2 guys want. And it's good that I got this started so early because it, you know, builds up by itself. We can even, given how big this island is, perhaps make it more than just a olive farm. To that extent, it's possible that getting a good amount of industry here might be worth it. Past the bare minimum.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Nice. Valyria also might have a quest. The sardines, timber. These are easy, but it's not that much money, so I'm gonna wait for the refresh. Might as well use all this space that I wouldn't use. Not just the residences can take these hats, but the industry buildings. Maticus probably going to be building 2 of them. My 10,000 gift, thank you.
Such excellence in education. Your citizens must be ecstatic. We have achieved excellence.
Okay, 28 sardines are almost here. Lacking tunics and Peleus. Peleus.
Neptune's finest! Ready!
Okay, let's see if the quest refresh did anything. That's 52 timber for 3,500. That's pretty good. Let's see what else we got. I think I only left 2 further quests open. 57 timber for 3,700. Sure. So they're encouraging me to increase my timber production by a lot, which I am happy to do. A fun little thing. I think it's totally fine to build warehouses in the middle of your city.
The truth is never optional.
You have many
Services these
I would like you for a foe.
buildings that have an aura. Religion. Now they built a temple. We're generating faith points. We worship Ceres, who will generate additional population. Add rewards farming, which early on we're just a farming community.
Destina Lente. Time flies, as do we.
In the meantime, these guys have gotten the bare minimum. Built this for the olive area, which we're getting to soon. Oh, I will need to bring some tiles that way.
Hold on!
wonder if I might have to diagonally construct this. Yeah, okay. Cool. This river happens to be diagonal. Now you can just turn on diagonal construction on by default, but... And it looks cool. But I want to maximize space. Little pig farms out in the wild to not cause a health crisis. A festival can be held. I hope this is with the porridge good. I think sometimes it's the bread good. Could be the bread good. I'm going to just increase my farming before clicking this. I have advanced knowledge that it generally requires a bunch of food. The new hire at the local taberna claims he can cook anything.
You will? By my troth.
The Mad Cook.
Fancy things don't grow here. We advance.
Let's see, we need a bunch of timber, timber. Try not to chop down the trees for these roads. Okay.
This sample can be free of charge.
We've gotten this a little bit earlier, but my villa. Had general plan. I think like I'm gonna build a bunch of city over here. This is gonna be a minor part. And I do also have future plans to run an aqueduct through here. So I actually gotta plan a little bit ahead. This requires advanced knowledge that aqueducts are a thing. Otherwise, you have to repave a lot. It reminds me of the rails in Anno 1800. Means my governor villa doesn't necessarily cover everything. We'll expand a little bit to the left.
Officers of instrumentation. Do not say I'm not practical, where vestments and sustenance are apportioned to the needy.
Your first soldiers think they're ready. I dare say the beginning of a mighty legion? Fire has started in your city.
Oh yes, there are these natural disasters, of course. Natural, not natural. Civilization disasters. I tend to start building these when stuff starts rioting or being set on fire. Just in time fire service, if you will.